I'm going to ask you to watch this twice. First time, just watch it. Just let kind of the words flow over you right now. Let them absorb in. And then watch it a second time with something to write with. And then write some things down. I think there's going to be some things in here that could be helpful to you. Plus, it boosts up my views, and then I feel better about myself. So do me a solid, okay? Anyways. We're hearing a lot about social distancing. I would encourage you not to call it social distancing, but to call it physical distancing. We don't want to socially distance ourselves, but we do need to physically distance ourselves right now to create some space, okay? And so physical distancing, we are going to greet like germaphobes, we are going to gather like introverts, and we're going to go shopping like men on a mission. I know those are challenging things for some of us, but that's what we need to do. And so here's my main point. Let's create space without losing connection. Let's create space without losing connection. And I think this time in our world is an opportunity. And first off, I think it's an opportunity for emotional depth. And someone recognized 5 emotions, core emotions. Someone recognized 7. We'll call it 5: anger, fear, disgust, joy, and sadness. Anger. This is an opportunity to ask who. In other words, who can I process my anger with right now? I'm feeling angry about some things, but who do I trust and who can I process with? Who do I need to call? Who do I need to text? Who do I need to Zoom with to process the anger I'm feeling? It's important that we process the anger. Fear. Why? Ask why. Why am I feeling scared about this? Why is this scaring me right now? Why am I feeling fear about this or about that? And this is an opportunity to learn about ourselves, okay, and to grow. Disgust. This is the chance to ask the question, how is whatever I'm reading or whatever I'm seeing causing me to have such a strong disapproval? How is this happening right now that I would have such a strong disapproval or disgust for what I'm reading or what I'm seeing or what I'm watching? And then to be able to practice disgust without judgment, okay? To be able to say, no, that really does disgust me. I think it is disgusting because some things are disgusting, but not to pass judgment because that's where we get into dangerous territory. Joy. This is an opportunity to ask what? What gives me deep happiness? That's what joy is, deep happiness. What is it that really gives me deep happiness? And am I okay with those things, or do I need to change? Or is there a call to change? Maybe I'm allowing things to make me happy that really are pretty shallow, but it is an opportunity, right? What causes me to have deep happiness and then sadness? Where? Ask the question where. This is when we get outside of ourselves. Where is there sadness in the world? Where are the most vulnerable right now? And what is my call to action, whether it's to pray or whether it's to serve, to safely serve? We supported our church, ECTLC, East County Transitional Living Center, where they care for over 400 people. Some are families, some are singles, women, children who are touched by homelessness or abuse or drug addiction. And they're going to be about $80,000 in the hole over the next few months because of what's going on. And is there a call to action there? So, first off, it's an opportunity for an emotional depth. The second thing, it's an opportunity for spiritual discipline. You've heard me talk about the fact that self-discipline is a myth. We cannot sustain self-discipline. We're going to find it. We're going to start this whole season of our life out trying to be self-disciplined, and we're going to see that we cannot sustain self-discipline. So spiritual discipline, a supernatural discipline, that's what we need. So it's an opportunity for spiritual discipline, and some of you are familiar with reading the Bible and studying the Bible, maybe praying, maybe reading other authors, okay, that have had an impact on you. I'm rereading Henry Nouwen right now and a few of his books, and one that's really impacting me is called The Way of the Heart, and he offers 2 spiritual disciplines in there that I want to offer to you. He offers more, but there's 2 that really struck me. The first one is solitude, and he calls solitude the furnace where transformation takes place. We have thought that the furnace where transformation takes place is busyness. It is not busyness. It is solitude. And so, hey, how about an hour a day in solitude? I know. But how about it? You're going to need to fill some time. How about an hour a day where you find a place and a time that works for you and you just practice adoration towards God for 1 hour a day? Solitude. And then silence. He backs it up with silence, and he says silence makes solitude a reality. So we practice this solitude, and out of it there is a silence that makes solitude a reality. He says we live in such a wordy world. Words, 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 words. My wife says we live in a peoply world. People, people, people. Both are true, okay? But we are losing creative power because of our wordiness. Don't forget Genesis 1. Out of the silence God created. He spoke everything into into being. Okay, so out of our silence can come great creativity. Okay, there was an eternal silence there, and so we feel like we need to share everything, right? Something happens, we immediately have to share it. What if we were to hold those things a little closer and look for those opportunities to share, to practice silence? Think about it this way, practically speaking: less talking, less sin. Maybe some of you are sold on that right now. And then I'm going to read this quote from now on that really brings all of this together, and I think it's a powerful word for us today. He says, our first and foremost task is faithfully to care for the inward fire inside of us, so that when it is really needed, right, it can offer warmth and light to lost travelers. Thank God it's Monday.